Okay, we're going to start the meeting. Thank you for coming. We got a special presentation tonight from Haggerty, and she'll be here a little bit on insurance. And then Earl is going to give a presentation on the website. So I think the first thing we'll do is we're going to have Ray give us an update uh, on what's been happening with Black Dog. And Ray may even have a little presentation for us, right, Ray?
Yeah. I haven't even had a beer yet. Jeez. Hi, everybody. I hope you like this weather that I ordered for you. It's very nice out. Appreciate that. Hopefully we'll keep this weather for a few months. That'd be fantastic. Racing once again. One finish and one not finish. And you want to throw that up there we'll show you what happened.
That's us, but it's not set up.
About a minute. Our race lasts about a minute. So this is Michael Cooper. This is the start. This is Barber Motorsports Park. That's the start right there. And turn one, little mess up there. Whoops. This is quite a lot of chaos goes on in here, but you'll see what happens to us in about another I don't know 40 seconds or so. Yeah, it's a good fun. Oh, music playing here. Oh, it doesn't get bad yet. There we go. That's, yeah. This is the museum turn. There's the Barber Museum in the background. Yep. This is Michael Cooper, first lap. There's our whole day. I waited 24 hours for that. Yeah, and you know, what you can't see is the calamity that happens behind that, where about another 7 cars get wrecked. Because that took out our oil cooler on the right front and just threw oil all over the place. And then everybody else it was just chaos. So yeah. But that's as I always say, that's racing. Sometimes it happens. We don't love it to happen, but it's just it's part of it sometimes. So somebody made a mistake front, pretty aggressive move on the first lap, and they destroyed about 9 cars from that. No serious injuries. Yeah, no. Even Michael, he drove through that whole thing, didn't let go of the wheel at all, and I did check him on the next day, and he said his wrists were fine, so he's all right. So, well, luckily for us, it just missed the frame rail and just took the whole right corner out. So we got pretty lucky with it. It's partially back together. We're still waiting for a lot of parts from Japan. I took everything I could get out of the trailer at the racetrack because there's parts support, and that was about 35,000 worth of stuff right there. And then I had to order another 12,000 of stuff from Japan. And that's just us. There's 7 or 8 more cars that suffered horribly. There was a Porsche that was well in the air. It's a great clip. I wish I could find that. It's calamity. But yeah, so that's what do? You just the first thing you do is get the thing back to the tent so you can try to figure out how we're going to get it in the trailer. Mark just bent the toe link and got the thing to point somewhat, and we got it in the trailer, and that was it. And then we pack up and go home. That was what we did. That's just it's always a funny because even me, I'll load it with 3 wheels. It's like we get in the trailer with 3 wheels, off it goes. So but like I said, so that we raced the night before, I think at 5 for an hour. So from 5 to 6 on Saturday. And we finished about we were out of we were fourth in class, so we were fifth overall in our class, I think. Fourth overall in our class, ninth overall, something like that. So it was a decent day. And then we were made what we thought would be the right changes to the car for the next day. And of course we didn't get more than a lap. So out of the last four races, we've made it less than one lap twice. So Road America, we didn't make it through the first corner, and here we almost made a lap. That's exciting. So, but it's not so bad. We'll fix it. We'll go to Indy the first weekend of October, and that'll be it. So we don't have much to salvage at this point. We're not nowhere in the points, and all we can do is try to get a win if we can. If it's gonna be, it might be hard to do, just the way the rules are right now. So we'll just have to see what we can get and do that. Then we'll have to figure out if what contracts with Nissan are staying or not staying, and what's happening with all that. And that's all in play already. So since Nissan only does 1 year contracts, which is the same for McLaren, and GM usually does 2 year contracts. But Nissan, McLaren, I'm not sure about Ford, usually do about 1 year. So we'll meet with them in Indianapolis and see what their desire to continue is and our desire to continue is, and we'll go from there. So, but hopefully we'll make both races. Be nice to finish both races. Before we got taken out at Road America, we had finished every race, and it's always something to finish every race of the year. It's a hard thing to do because of stuff like that just happens, and sometimes you have mechanicals and all these other things, but it doesn't happen a lot. So I knew that we had thrown away that whole chance to finish every race at America in August. So it's back to, you just never know what's coming your way and what's going to happen. So but yeah, it's pretty fun. And like I say, we'll see what happens in Indy, and that's all I got. We have car show here Saturday, 9 to 2. Can't remember who's running that. I think it's well, hang on, I better look. Somewhere here. It's a American Cancer Society fundraiser, charity and car event. So that's there should be some people here. So if you're around, come on out. I'm ordering more weather like this, just so you say, it'd be nice and to hang out. So thanks for everybody for coming out. As always, Jerry brought us a nice, beautiful Z06 today. I like that story. That's a nice story. So thanks for bringing it to me. Yeah, you want to drive my Yukon home? Is that okay? I just put new transmission in it. Be good to go. Sure, yeah. You can do anything you want. Thanks, everybody.
Ray, thanks for the great weather, because a lot of times we're so used to rain and everything. So thank you for that. I want to mention that our October meeting is at Ferrari. We usually only have it once a year, but they're gracious enough to be able to have us go over there in what is that town over there? Lake Forest. It's in Lake Forest, and I think everybody knows where that is. Is it Lake Bluff? I I put it on it's Lake Forest and Lake Bluff, right? Okay, okay, thanks. Thank you. I want to mention to everybody about our board meetings. They're always open to guests, but before you come, if you could let either the secretary or the vice president know that you're coming. And it's always open to anybody, the board meetings, but you got to let us know if you want to come to one of our board meetings. And we publish it. It's usually the first Wednesday of the month. Unless it's like New Year's, we're not going to have that one. It's going to be the second one for that one. Any questions on that, on anything? Jim, you want to give us a Corvette update on any racing? You don't have any videos or anything, do you? Okay.
No, I keep those videos in my back pocket for bribery. Okay, I don't have what Ray had, but I do have similar news regarding some of the racing. So this month, it starts out August 25th at Virginia International Raceway. IMSA was there, and the GT Pro cars of 3 and 4, they started on the front row, and they started fifth. The AWA car, the GTD car, he started 14th in class, but he slowly worked his way up to a class finish of 7th place. The pro cars finished 8th and 9th. They had a multitude of problems, mechanical and electrical. Too many to even list here, so we'll just move on. September 1st, World Endurance Championship was in the United States at COTA. That's down in Texas. TF Sport number 81 and 82, they had a rough day. 82, after 2 drive-through penalties with 2 hours left in the race, went from 15th to finish 8th. Not too bad. The 81 car was looking good, moving. He moved all the way up to 2nd place, only to have contact, which took him out of the race. I'm trying to find good news. I'm trying. So September 6th and 7th, SRO series down at Barber, where this happened. The DXDT car with Alex Udell, he put the 63 Pro car on the pole, and 19-year-old Bryson Morris put the 08 car, Pro-Am car, 2nd place in class. Both cars ran flawlessly to give DXT a 7th win in a row for the Pro car and a 2nd win in a row for the 08 car. So that was good. Sunday, the 63 Pro car set a record with its 8th win in a row, setting up a winner-takes-all drivers' championship and team championship at the final race of the year, which is October 6th. It's an 8-hour race at Indianapolis. The Pro-Am car, he came up a little short. They came up 4th in class. And finally, the WEC was at Fuji, Japan this last weekend for the 6 hours of Fuji. TF Sport 81 started on pole, had contact, finishing 4th. The 82 car had an electrical issue again and ended up with a DNF. Their last race of the year is November 2nd in Bahrain. And that's it.
The electro map, yeah, let's just say that these latest polls are, right on, and the averages at this particular point that do show Kamala Harris up in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania are correct.
Thank you, Jim, for keeping track of the Corvette racing. As most of you know, we have a birthday game, and everybody that's got a birthday in September here, Portis is going to come up and do a birthday game. And if you've got a birthday, answer a question. And then if you win, you get a $10 Culver card. If you don't answer the question properly, you have to wash all the cars in here. Right?
Yep.
Paul, former president, has to say when asked him.
So I hope I didn't miss anybody, but if I did, please let me know. So tonight we have Gail Eggle, whose birthday was on September 1st.
Trump and Trump's allegations in Democratic letter.
Ken Such, whose birthday was on September 11th.
We're layering up to walk through a notorious.
And Jeff Harlow's birthday is coming up on the 28th. Did I miss anybody who has a birthday in September? You got everybody?
It wasn't a game.
Have him join the club and we'll add him to the list. All right. Okay, so the question for tonight is, if you couldn't have a Corvette, what other car would be your dream car? What car would you have instead? So we'll start with Gail. Trans Am. Okay, nice car, Trans Am. Okay. And Ken? What is it?
And help a partner like the
Uber. Oh, Okay. I'll take your word for it. Never. All right. And Jeff, what car would you have? Nice. 65 Shelby Cobra kit car. He's working on it. It's getting there, right? It's getting there. All right. So
That's the Now Waiter Network at work with real AI, letting you rise above it all.
Sue Stockman, our membership chairman, is not here because her husband, Rich, is in the hospital. So if you get a chance, say a prayer for him. Debbie, do we have any new guests or new members or anything?
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today. Oh, that's great.
Told him to mute it and he
Want to come up
did.
and
but
say
now
anything?
he's Off again.
No?
They wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone. It made us.
Is there anybody that didn't sign in that's a guest? Okay. Okay, thanks, Deb. So like I say, if you get a chance, say a prayer for Rich. He's in the hospital and hopefully he's going to be out shortly, but we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah. Debbie, what hospital is Rich Stockman in? Yeah, he's been in for a while. What's the answer? Debbie, he's trying to find out what hospital you're talking about. Northwestern? Oh, Arlington Heights. Okay. 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 Um, Barb, do you want to do cross flag points? Barb? Where's Barb? Oh, you want to do the cross flag points? We got a runner coming up. Jim, thank you.
All righty. We have quite a few people getting recognition again tonight. Um, we, as you know, we ask that you always sign in at every activity. And if you drive your Corvette, you get an extra point. So we've not had quite as many activities since things are slowing down a little right now. But let's go ahead. What we ask is that if you could stand up wherever you are seated, we can get the envelope to you, okay? But that way everybody can put a name with a face. So it helps us all get acquainted, all right? So if you could do that, we'd appreciate it. So 22 points, so getting the second, what am I trying to say? Bow tie. Yes. Yeah, but brass. No, not brass. Bronze. Oh, well, what can I say? I didn't have any sweets. All right, getting the second bow tie tonight. Jim Dorfman, 22 points. Jim. Jim standing up right there. Greg Kobus, 50 points. So Greg is finishing. He's finishing his last bronze bow tie. Darlene Zier, I know she's not here tonight, but Bob is. So 62 points for Darlene. If you could bring it to her, Bob, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. Leslie Norton, 71 points. Earl Loss, 74 points. Earl. Jim Soros, 76 points. Jim. Ron Domaraki, 82 points. Ron. Dean Tarkowski, 156 points. Now, someone who's getting their third gold star tonight, Gail Altart, 458 points. Ed. Not at all demonstrative, of course. We would never expect that from Gail. Okay, now this person is getting their, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, their fifth gold star, 654 points for Debbie Stein. Debbie. Debbie, you're not standing up. There you go. Thank you. We actually can't see back there. 550 points all the way from Michigan joining us tonight. Jeff Harlow. Jeff. Al Ohm, 850 points. There he is, Al, right there. $1,166 points. Daryl Ulberg. Daryl. And the high points for tonight, 2,559 points. Someone who's been around for a while. Jerry Mulick. Congratulations. Let's go sit down. Yes.
God, I didn't know I had that many points. Debbie Stein mentioned something to me tonight. You know, we supported the Lake County canine unit, and one of the dogs that we had and supported caught a criminal last weekend. So they're going to give it a special treat for. We got a newspaper article on it that Debbie Stein just gave me. He didn't bite me, Daryl, but I hope he didn't bite anybody here. But they captured a criminal, and it was in the paper. And she's got a newspaper article back there on the table. You can read about it. Okay. We got. You want to do Frank? You want to do activities, Frank? We can do activities if you want. We're still waiting for our speaker from Haggerty. But during this presentation, if anybody's got any questions, and I'd like to have everybody, if you could support Black Dog by coming in for their car show to help support cancer this Saturday, it would be great. And you could come in and support it. You can leave. It isn't necessary to stay here for all this time, but okay, Frank, it's all yours.
All right. Hello, everyone. We got another month and a half, hopefully, of the sunshine to have our cars out. A lot of cars out tonight, which is good. Last month we had quite a few events. There was a Super Dog Cruising by Frank and Debbie. Good show out. I seen the pictures, the write-up. Thank you. Corvettes of Carlisle at the Stockmans hosted. I think they did that and everything. I know. Yes. You guys all went? Great time. Excellent. Glad to hear. We did the 30th anniversary celebration Corvette Caravan. Jerry and Felicia hosted that at the National Corvette Museum. Success. Okay, excellent. And then the Maxon restaurant got canceled. There was the open house at the Altarts Train Garden. Good weather for that. I hope some people got to enjoy that. I hope many people got to enjoy it. It's an awesome setup and it's a sight not to be seen. And then the Lake Geneva U.S. Mailboat Tour and lunch. That looked like it was a success. I've seen quite a few pictures on that, a little write-up. You want to say anything or? Excellent. And was the mail delivered on time? Okay, that's good. That's great. All right, moving on to what's coming up. Tomorrow there's a dinner at the Tighthead Brewing Company. Can we have a raise of hands who might be going there? Okay. The hosts are asking because they were saying there weren't many RSVPs via the website. So they were just curious if anyone was coming. So there are, so that's great. This Saturday is the Lake County Honor Flight fundraiser at Raising Cane's. It's at 2 locations in Waukegan and in Gurnee. Daryl will be in Gurnee. There's a little hiccup on the website for his event, but it's on there and the details are on there. And the website is still a little like a learning curve going into that, but we're getting it. And I think the more everyone uses it, the easier it'll be for everyone. Monday, October 7th is the Tina G's Cafe Ladies Lunch. RSVP on the website so Renee knows who's going. We won't have to be raising hands. It'll make it easier, especially for the people who aren't here. Friday and Sunday of October 11th and 13th is the Lake County Honor Flight number 26 departure and escort home from Foss Park Golf Course is where they're going to be departing to escort them there. And then escorting them home, we're going to meet at the Wisconsin, the visitor center on the northbound 294 and go up to the airport, General Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee, and escort them home. And that's probably the funner of the two, I would think, with the escort home, with the troopers and motorcycles and them being, you know, in awe of their little trip. So I think that's probably really good of, you know, the escort home. If we can make that, that's an awesome thing to experience. And that really is everything for this month. Renee wants to talk about a few new events that she wants to host or is hosting. Yeah, sure.
One event is on the events calendar already, and that is Feed My Starving Children. I know last month I sent around a handout seeing if what month was better for people to sign up for that. it looked like November was the best month. So it is on the calendar for November 14th. For a 5 o'clock time for Feed My Starving Children. We'll do that for a little bit. And then immediately across the street from Feed My Starving Children is a Culver's. So we'll meet afterwards for dinner at Culver's. So please go to the website, the North Shore Corvette website, to sign up for that event because it will link you to Feed My Starving Children to be able to sign up for that event. And right now I've reserved 15 spots for that. Hopefully we can fill that. The other event that I'm proposing is on Saturday, November 2nd. It is an estate tour of a home in Genesee Depot, Wisconsin. That was from some people that were the Lunts. They were famous in the theater in the early 20th century, and their home has estate tours. And so we would do that on a Saturday. The tour would start at 2:30. Takes about 2 hours for that tour. And following that, we would drive to a supper club in Wisconsin that many of us have been to before called the Duck Inn in Delavan, Wisconsin. So if you are interested in that, I'll pass this around and then I can email you with details or call you with details after I put it up on the website. But I need to make sure we have a large enough group to go. Okay,
Sounds good.
thank you.
Thank you for these awesome events. And again, a reminder, this Saturday also is the Black Dog Car Show from 9 to 2 over here. So you could come here and then head to the Honor Flight fundraiser for some chow and 2 good deeds in a day. And at the end of October, Black Hawk Farms is hosting their Oktoberfest Corvette Track Day. It's only for Corvettes. You could tour your Corvette for $25 for, I think, a 20-minute session, just touring, no helmet or nothing involved. Convertibles and passengers are allowed. And then you could actually track your car. They do, I think, 5 20-minute sessions, and it's based on different experience, novice, intermediate, and experienced. If you're a novice, you get a trainer with you, a coach, and you get some classroom. It's reasonable for what you get, and it's only Corvettes. So you have to sign up for that online. I'll get that on our website, the link or so, to be able to do that. Had a few people do it the past few years. They enjoyed it. Weather's been good, and the owner's happy to do this. It's for us Corvette people. And I think that's pretty much all I have, other than saying check out our website, use it, so then not only you learn it, the people running it get to learn it better too, to make it a more oiled machine. So that's all I have. Anything else, anybody? All right, enjoy your autumn, and hopefully we won't get rain for another year. No. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
No problem.
On that Mayo cruise up in Lake Geneva, Paul Ziegelhorn and Mary Ziegelhorn did a great job, and Paul was looking at the houses to figure out which one he wants to buy. So, Paul, I don't know if you figured out which one, but there was a couple nice ones there for you. Yes. Yeah. One had about 30 or 40 bedrooms. So yeah. Yeah. Next month, they're going to be collecting checks for the banquet, which is in January. And for anybody that's interested, so next month in October at Ferrari, we'll be collecting money for the banquet if anybody wants to pre-register for that. What? Who's here? Who? Odyssey. Oh, Tommy. Oh, you heard him drive in. Okay. Okay. What? Yeah, yeah, go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
Right, also, like, we're already putting things down for 2025 events. So if anyone has something for the future, 2025, get them out to us so that way we get them on the planner and you could reserve your dates. And also, we're thinking of hosting a Halloween party this year. Still going through the fine tunings of that. The Stockmans normally do it, but the way Rich with his situation, I think Debbie Monier is going to help Susan Stockman host a Halloween party. So we're working on the deals for that. And that's it. Again, for next year, start getting them in and we'll get them on the planner. Again, if you have an exact event, you could go on the website and fill in all the little lines for hosting it, and then it goes to me and Earl, and then we'll get it published on the website. So that's kind of how that works. I have yet to fill out the form that the members do, but I go through the form to get it published. So I kind of see what has to happen and little description, dates, times, and stuff like that. And then I got to remember to hit the right buttons to get it all published correctly. So we're learning that, and it'll be all good in the future.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, Frank.
All right.
Yeah, if you're thinking of doing an event or anything like that, or if you have an idea, just bring it up to Frank. We're always looking for new events and everything. There's always a couple of good things that are always happening. So we're glad to hear that. January 18th is that banquet. And I think right now we'll have our speaker come up. So from Haggerty. I think it's, is it Jody? Yeah, Jody. Give her a big welcome. How do you pronounce your last name, Jody? Ream. For the club's participation in Haggerty, we have insurance for liability and officers and directors with Haggerty. And so Jody will give a presentation on getting insurance for the car, I think, okay? So welcome. Thank you for coming.
Is this?
Yeah, I can get that out of the way for you.
My stuff mixed with yours. Okay. Hi, can you hear me okay? Okay, thanks. Thanks, Jeff, for inviting me tonight. I don't know where he got off to. Oh, right in front of me here. Okay. So as Jerry said, my name is Jody Ream and I'm a Haggerty agent. I'm also a broker for personal insurance, umbrella, commercial business, all that kind of stuff. So FYI. I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. We bought our first classic car in 2014, kind of on a whim. I always thought I wanted an old car, and for some reason I wanted a Model A. And I saw this Model A online, and we went out to look at it, and realized that my husband at 6'2" was really kind of a tight fit in there. So we fell in love with a 1939 Ford, and we call that our first grandchild. I grew up in Michigan in the suburbs of Detroit. Maybe that's where the automobile thing comes from, although my dad wasn't a, wrench guy or anything like that. But I do have the same birthday as Henry Ford. So now we have an eclectic mix, I like to call it, of about 13 vintage cars ranging in age from 1923 to 1986. And in 2018, I left my job of over 30 years working at Northwestern. And I was kind of like, now I need something to do. I saw this car online. This is my crazy car story. It's a 1924 Dodge Brothers Roadster. I bought it. It was on sale in Gig Harbor, Washington. I wound up having it shipped down to Oregon because it needed some things, a seat for one and a top
a few other things. Anyway, I drove it home to Chicago in 2018. So that was like my insane road trip. When I told my husband I was going to do it, he said, I don't want anything to do with it. So I found somebody else to come with me, and fortunately, he had mechanical skills that I don't have, because we did need them many times along the road. So, but I guess I like to say, if I knew what I was getting into, I probably wouldn't have done it. But afterwards, I'm really glad I did, because I met a lot of really nice, helpful people along the way, and people that I still keep in touch with. So maybe someday, if you're interested, I can come back and give you a little slideshow about my road trip. That's a whole nother story. And I called my little trip driving conversations, because yeah, I just kind of like to talk to people. That's one of my things. So about that time, a friend of mine suggested, hey, you might want to sell a classic car insurance since you're not working at Northwestern anymore. So I got my license and started selling Haggerty. And I don't know how many of you know about Haggerty or might already be insured with them. I know there's other companies, but I'll just give you some highlights. People don't always know, but they, in addition to insuring classic cars that are 25 years and older, including modified cars. I know you've probably got some modified cars around here. They do collector boats. In fact, that's where they got started. Military vehicles, some newer high performance vehicles, vintage trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, scooters, tractors, vintage tractors, and retired commercial vehicles like fire trucks and buses, vintage camper trailers, and then motorsport vehicles off the track. They don't insure them. Well, I guess you can get insurance while they're on the track, but it's pretty expensive. And so most people don't get it. So one of the things that Haggerty offers is agreed value coverage. They don't usually require an appraisal. They look at several factors to come up with an agreed value, what you purchased the car for, what the value of the car is now, looking at online sales data, the condition of the car, and so forth. And then the idea behind that is, if hopefully this wouldn't happen, but if your car were to be totaled, they would pay you that agreed value minus your deductible. They also offer some spare parts coverage with the policy, and there's about $750 worth of comprehensive coverage with the policy, and you can buy more if you want. They also offer automotive tools coverage, vehicle under construction coverage, traveling collector coverage, I can never say this, like a tongue twister for me, cherished salvage coverage. So what that is you can keep your vehicle and still receive the full guaranteed value minus the deductible. So for some people that have a car that's really special to them, that's been in their family for a long time, even if it's totaled, they might want to keep it. Let's see. They have something called evacuation expense coverage. This is maybe good for places in the South. If there's a hurricane or a flood coming, they will come and get your car and take it to a safe place. They do trailer coverage. These are all coverages for collector cars, not commercial vehicles, and not collector cars that are used for commercial purposes. And also, all household members with a valid driver's license must have a vehicle to drive on a daily basis. I think the idea behind that is, if something happens to your one daily driver, they don't want you driving your classic car all the time. And they also insure automobilia, gas pumps, model cars, and toys, license plates, posters, paintings, hood ornaments, the whole list of farm implements, some military collections, but not guns, diner memorabilia, barbershop memorabilia. So if you have a collection of that sort of thing, that's something they would look at too. I think, some of the big benefits are the guaranteed value coverage. I call it agreed value, but it's the same thing. You get your car's insured value, no depreciation, minus your deductible. They're pretty good about flexible usage of your car. So they allow occasional pleasure use, and they don't have fixed mileage restrictions. You can go out for a drive anytime you want, go to the ice cream store. You can even drive it to work occasionally. Unlimited events and cruises. It's just as long as you're not using it as your daily driver or using it for commercial purposes. Haggerty Drivers Club is something that's a membership community for car enthusiasts. You can have it tacked onto your policy or not. It's a choice. But they do offer 24/7 roadside assistance. So you get unlimited towing up to 100 miles per tow. So you can even use it if you need to have your car hauled to the shop. It doesn't have to be, you're stuck on the side of the road. So that comes with a few other things, the subscription to the Haggerty Drivers Club magazine, some other VIP perks and events that you get access to. They also have in-house parts specialists, and they are able to go out and track down replacement parts. Sometimes it's new old stock. If they're out there, I think they try to find them. And they have an extensive list of resources, and I've actually used it myself. So I think they do a good job of claim handling. I did have a situation not too long ago. One of my customers, unfortunately, had a car that was just completely totaled. And, there was a little back and forth because they've got to figure out, what's what. But at the end, he got a check for the entire cost of the vehicle. So I always like to say, if you have a problem, call me first so we can figure out how to work it through the company. But they've been good as far as I can tell. They also have some valuation tools. So they, maintain information on, sales and market information of numerous vehicles, and an insured will have access to that information. So I kind of like to say my cars have introduced me to some of the nicest people. And for me, it's not just about the cars, it's also about the people. I mean, they're a vehicle for meeting people. I enjoy car stories, automotive history. I'm not just some agent that's trying to sell you insurance. I'm not a hard salesperson, but I am involved in the car community, and so that's important to me. I did bring some materials. I have some brochures and some takeaways back there on the table. If you want, you can leave your name, email, and telephone number. I'm happy to send you any information needed for a quote. Again, I'm not going to hound you. But if you want, I can also put your email on I've got a distribution list I send out for local car shows. So those are the main things. Before I open it up for questions, one other thing I'll put a plug in for, and I don't know where all you folks live, but the Wilmette Historical Museum is doing a show this Sunday from 12 to 2. And it's a small show, maybe 20 to 25 cars, but they're orphan cars. So it should be kind of an interesting mix of cars. And then one other thing I did want to mention, I think I mentioned earlier that I sell other insurance. I want to mention the umbrella policy. If you guys don't know what an umbrella policy is, I'll just give you the Cliff Notes version. So let's say you have your regular auto policy, your liability limits are $250,000. Well, if something happens and you go beyond the $250,000, then the person you had an accident with can come after you for more money. And the benefit of the umbrella policy, for those of you that don't have one, is you can buy in increments of like $1 million, 2 million, whatever, and it's to protect basically your other assets. And one of the reasons I like to bring it up here is because some people I know do have an umbrella policy, but they haven't told their insurance company that they have these classic cars. So if you've got an umbrella policy that's connected with your regular home or auto, and they don't know about your classic cars, they may not be covered. So just throwing that out there for those of you that may have an umbrella policy. That's really all I wanted to say, but I'd like to open it up for questions. I don't know if you folks have questions. Like I said, I have some things out there on the table. And I do have a sheet if you want to take one with to fill the kind of information that I need for getting a quote. But also you could send me an email. It's fine anytime. So what kind of questions might you have for me? This
Plan starting $16.99 a month.
Yes.
The car year round, is there any suspension for it, or is it a year-round policy?
Yeah, Haggerty doesn't really do that. It's a year-round policy. The one exception to that is if your car is under restoration or being worked on, you can drop the liability coverage and just keep the coverage. If your garage were to burn down or something like that, the car would be covered for that sort of thing. Yeah. Jeff?
Car isn't full. Let's just say, you got a $50,000 car with $10,000 of damage. Do you still have to go through the normal getting closer to body shops, for example, and lots of?
Yeah, so the agreed value is really only relevant if the car is totaled. If you have a $10,000 claim on a $50,000 car and the adjuster, believes that it's fixable, then you can go to a shop of your choice. We can give you suggestions, but you're not beholden to that. And then you can take it to have it repaired wherever you need. And sometimes, initially it might look like, oh, it's going to cost $10,000, but something comes up and it costs a little more, then they'll cover that extra. So they want to make you as whole as possible, if that's possible.
With boats, jet skis.
Yes, they can help find replacement parts. They can give suggestions of repair shops and so forth, but you can take it wherever you want. So if you know someplace that's good and that's where you want to go, that's where you can take it. There are people online. I didn't realize that it's not going to be remotely.
Yeah. Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Hello? Can we hear me?
If you folks online have any questions you want to ask, what do they type it in or can they speak? You should be able to just ask the question and then I can answer it, hopefully.
All right. So, can you hear me? Hello.
Okay.
So I have a question.
How many folks do you have online? Huh? Yeah, I really like this shop. I've not been here before, but I know these guys sponsor one of the Lake Forest shows earlier in the season that I've been to several times. It's a nice show and it's fun to be up here and see the shop.
Man. Can we hear me? I have a question. I have a question about the, I have a question about insuring my collection. I have a collection of die-cast cars.
I think they would do that. He would need to provide a list of all the cars. I'm not sure if he would need to provide photographs of all of them, but I could definitely work with him to get a quote for the die-cast cars.
All right, so what do I do? Give you my
Pretty much anything that's automobile related collections, whether they're prints or whatever, as long as they're not, like I mentioned before, they won't insure military guns. But they do lots of different automobile
Can you see them?
collections. Oh,
Can you see them?
wow, that looks cool. Where do you live? I'll be happy to come and take a look. It's surprising you don't really know what people are collecting. It sounds like a lot of you folks. This looks like a situation that we have at our house. I keep telling my husband we need a large garage with a small attached house.
There's over 2,000 of them.
Wait, he's saying something. Can you hear what he said?
Over 2,000.
Wow.
2,000.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know, you must have been collecting since you were a child.
No. Sorry, no. Not that long. But any case, to insure those.
Well, let's see. Somebody can provide you with my contact information if you want to talk further. Maybe the best place to reach me is on my cell phone, which is 847. This is
Wait a
kind of
minute.
for
Well,
the
hold on,
business
hold on, hold on,
line.
hold on.
847-452-2003.
847. What was it?
847-452-2003.
20023.
It's the hotline. Are there any other questions I can answer?
All right.
As far as classic car companies, right? Yeah, sure. I have a whole host of companies, not the standalone ones like State Farm, but Travelers, AAA. Yeah, mostly the big names. So, I'm in Chicago on the north side. No, I work out of my home, but I can go any place and meet people, or most of the stuff I do is on the phone or online. So. Oh, I see. The car was it's a 2001 car, but you bought it in 2000. Oh, that's a tricky one. I I think it's the year of the car, but I'd be happy to check on that. I don't. If it's a Corvette, does it matter? Yes, they do have a category for sort of high performance cars. So the newer Corvettes and some other cars, they will insure. They don't have to be 25 years or older. So the question is related to State Farm Insurance. So Haggerty went public a couple of years ago, and State Farm bought a significant share of Haggerty. I don't know exactly how much it is. So there is a relationship, but they still sell State Farm policies and Haggerty policies. They're not all merged together. I don't know if that answers your question. It's it's a little bit complicated, and I haven't really got quite a straight answer for you in regards to the relationship between State Farm and Haggerty, but they are a large share owner, not 50%. Okay, so he's saying that that State Farm will insure a car that's 20 years or older, it doesn't necessarily have to be 25 years. Is that right? Yeah. Well, I don't know, it's dark outside, so Jeff didn't see what I pulled up in, but I have a 2001 Toyota Highlander. I call it the cradle to college car. It's on life support right now, but I was thinking, in another year it'll be a classic car, and I can just put it in my garage and just drive it periodically. I won't have to have it emission tested.
And he said the record house is cheaper than the classic.
Yeah, it seems weird because I think one of the things, of course, I don't know what the secret sauce is in the actuary tables or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they figure, well, you're only driving these cars once a week during the summer, or, sometimes there's an extended season. So, I don't really know how different companies would compare if they're insuring it as a regular car versus a classic car. It does seem like you would think the classic car insurance would be less, but
You gotta look at the fine line detail down how many units. A lot of the other companies are connected, same law, Corvette and the insurance. You can't use your car for a show or repairs or stuff like that. You look at the fine print. Every other they have that, so you can use it to go get a car. You use it to go to a library. Where they find it.
so I don't know if anybody can hear this conversation, but you could have some of your classic cars on a Haggerty policy and some on State Farm if you wanted. Yeah, you do need to investigate the fine print. Are they going to give you book value or agreed value if the car is, totaled? I don't know about restrictions for State Farm. I don't personally know how State Farm policies handle classic cars, but you can always get quotes from different companies and compare and contrast either the prices or the benefits, just to make sure. And yeah, you want to make sure you're getting what you think you're getting. So if you think you're getting agreed value and the company that you're insured with isn't giving you that, you just want to make sure you know what you're buying. So, any other comments or questions from online or in person? One other thing I'll just mention, I have another form I put out there. I do have a thing called a broker of record change, and sometimes people go direct to Haggerty, but if they want an agent to represent them, you can transfer it to me and I can represent you. There's no difference in the cost, just sometimes helpful to have somebody be able to navigate things for you, and also review your policy and make sure you've got the coverage that you think you have. So I guess that's about it, unless there are more questions. I appreciate you giving me the time to come out here tonight. And I'm sorry it's dark out because I'd love to see all the cars in the parking lot. There's a nice little white one parked next to my car. So got a good look at that. So thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We will make sure that have everybody take a look at what she's got there. If you have any questions, you can give her a call, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I get a show of hands of how many people are going to go to Woodfire tonight? Hands up, please. We're going to do a quick drawing here, and then Earl is going to give his part of his presentation. And then we're going to have Tommy T come up. Tom, you want to do something quick? Yeah, come on up. Tommy's got a pickup on the roads. Whenever there's a dead deer or a dead elephant or anything, we get it. You get it, yeah. Go ahead. Thank
I
you,
got the
Greg.
wrong
Yeah.
phone number.
Greetings and salutations. All right. All right, pipe down. We're doing the highway beautification thing on the 19th of October. In other words, we're picking up trash. So we get to wear those cool little vests, the yellow vests that look so good. And we got little pickup sticks for everybody. And the rain date would be November 2nd. So let me hand this out and we'll do some highway beautification.
Okay.
I got the wrong ad phone
Yeah,
number.
he's got a sign in, and Gail, are you ready?
Hello. How's everybody? Good. Okay, we're going to start the raffle. Excuse me. And this is a great microphone. When we call your number, we need you to come up and come behind the podium and tell us your name and what kind of Corvette you have. And then we have you pick the next raffle ticket. Okay? All right. Let's see. Jerry, you want to pull the first one? This is for a $25 Shell gas gift card. All right. And the number, it's a yellow, they're all yellow tickets tonight. So I'm only going to give you the last 3 digits, okay? 184. You think it might be me. Okay. Come on up here. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me see. 184. Okay, we need to know your name and what kind of.
My name is Eric Kirchner. I have a 2010 Grand Sport with 126,000 miles on it and an 81 Corvette with 30,000 miles on it.
So, and you get to pick the next. This is for a $25 Starbucks gift card. Okay, Eric, there you go. And your gift is on the back table by Sue.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The winning ticket for the Starbucks, last 3 numbers, 333. All right. Okay. 333. 333. Okay, tell us your name and what kind of.
My name is Brian Baum. I have a 2024 Coupe Torch Red.
Perfect. All right.
Mississippi.
Okay, the next raffle is for Portillo's gift card, $25. And we're going to send you back to the table with the ladies and they have your gift. Okay. Portillo's last three digits, 430. Okay. That works.
It's good.
Okay.
All right. 23 orange HTC.
Cool. All right. Oh, how about a name? What's your name?
Ron.
Yeah.
There you go. Don Maraki.
There you go. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. And the ladies in the back have it. Okay. This is for a $25 gift card, and it is for various different restaurants and so on, such as Applebee's, Bonefish, Carrabba's, Outback, P.F. Chang's, Red Lobster. There's all kinds of stuff that you can use it for. So the last three numbers are 1, 5, 6. Again, Eric, good job. Yes, sir. Again.
My name is Eric. I have that cyber gray, beautiful convertible Corvette out there, and the white T-top that nobody in this room has ever seen.
Will we ever?
If I can get the clutch fixed, you might.
Okay. This is for the badge. If you're wearing your badge, you win, you get $10.
Is that the thing that I might think back there? So
Yeah.
okay. Thanks.
Back there.
Yeah.
Okay. Last three numbers. 6, 3, 5. Who got it? All right. Mrs. Norland. Good job. Okay, Dee, what you got? You got a 635?
I do. 635.
There you go. Okay, tell us your name and how about your car?
Dean Norland, we have a 2017 Grand Sport Watkins Glen Gray convertible.
All right. Okay. All right. This is for a 2025 Corvette raffle ticket. And Dee will pull it. We're going to do this twice. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. The winning number is, Dee, you just go back and see the ladies. They've got your goodies. 593. 593. All right. Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna send them to you. 593. There you go. Okay, let us know your name and what kind of car you have.
My name is Adrian Marino, and I have a 94 C4 Torch Red, 12,000 miles.
Okay, we're gonna have you pull another one, but
Mhm.
you want to give Jerry your information?
Got it.
Okay, we're gonna do one more raffle for one more ticket for the 2025 Corvette. Thank you very much. And there's dear. Okay. And the last three numbers, 532. 532. 532. Or not. 532. Going once. Going twice. All right. We're going to let Stuart pull another number for us. Okay, we'll try again. Okay. Thank you. Okay, last three numbers, 668.
Chicago, I knew there we could not go through an evening without you winning. No, 532. 668. Perfect. Okay. So what we want you to do after we give Jerry the information, but I need you to pull. Now we're going to do a 50-50. And the first one is, how much is the first one worth? Number one is worth $20. Wow. You didn't tell us who you are? What kind of car?
Chicago McLean 2006 Z06 Le Mans Blue.
Very cool. Good job. Good job. She said Chicago. She said Chicago McLean. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay. For $20, 571. Mr. Kleinschmidt, is that you? All right. All right. 571. Very cool. All right. We need to know name, what kind of car, what color.
Jim Kleinschmidt, black 2013 Grand Sport convertible.
And now we're going to do our next raffle. And Sue, is our raffle what? 30? 30. Okay, for $30. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The last three numbers for $30 are 305. No, I got one more. I got the big one. 305. No? Got it? All right. That's okay. I think you got it. 305. Perfect. Okay. Now tell us your name and what kind of car you got.
Kirk Erline, 2024 Torch Red. Coupe.
Okay. Pick one. This is our last draft, and I believe it's for $50. Correct? 50.
What was this one for that I won?
30.
Oh, my goodness.
So, and the ladies back there have all the money.
Okay.
Okay. And our last raffle ticket this evening for $50, 402. $50. Good job. Perfect. Tell us your name and what kind of car you got.
Adam Fronchuk, white 2014 C7. So Targa.
Thank you. Okay, Jerry, it's all yours. Thank you.
Earl, you got a request from the birthday parties. Somebody requested a couple Corvettes to drive by on a particular date in October 7th. Somebody was having a birthday party and for a youngster, and they wanted to have somebody drive by with a couple Corvettes. And Earl will have the information and maybe put it on the website. You don't have to stop in for the birthday party or give anybody any rides, but it was a request that came in from the website for somebody wanted to surprise their youngster. What'd you say, Frank? Yeah. Go ahead, Earl.
Yes, of course. And while also talking about the nice chat feature that we have on the website, it goes directly to me. So if you're ever having a problem on the website or anything, whether that's signing up for an event, whether that is finding an event or logging into your account, anything, at the bottom right of your screen on every single page, it follows you. There's a little bubble that has like a text message. If you just click on that and type in a message, it will go right to me, and I will probably get back to you within, I don't know, an hour or so. Barb can attest. We had a problem, and I was on the phone with her for like 3 hours, but we got it figured out. So I will definitely take the time to assist you guys wherever you may need that on the website. Please don't ask me to do your taxes or anything like that. I don't know how to do them. Ask Jeff. Anyway, so yes, this 5-year-old, a couple of parents reached out to me on the website. They are not members, but they are having a birthday party for their 5-year-old on October 6th, which is a Sunday at 12 p.m. in Barrington and Lake Zurich. So if you are interested in showing off your car to a couple of little kids, we're going to be doing a drive-by for them so that you can maybe rev your car a little bit. I don't know, get them all excited. I thought it sounded very wholesome, so I told them yes, absolutely, I'll be there. If you'd like to, feel free to reach out to me. We can collaborate a time. Also, as Jerry said, we will be putting it on the website. So, does anybody have any questions in general? All right, very cool. That's what I like to hear. So. Oh, yes. Well, as for this one, I don't have Bill here, unfortunately, my partner in crime, so to speak. But yes, I do just want to emphasize and show off that at the bottom right of all of the pages on North Shore Corvette Club, il.com, we do have the chat feature. So that is always an option. Once again, if you ever need help, you can reach out.
We got to give a hand for Earl for we got just a fantastic website. And regarding the honor flight, I had the privilege of being on the honor flight, and I would say that if you get a chance to do that with your Corvette, it really makes a difference for the veterans. They closed off traffic, and we were in that, and it's fantastic. Whether you're going or coming from the airport, it is really great. And we want to give, where's Ray? Where's Ray Sorson? He's still here? Did he leave? Anybody have any other questions or anything like that? We want to give a big hand for Ray for letting us use the facility again. And this is great for our meetings. So thank you, Ray. Okay, that's it. Thank you for coming, and be safe out there on the drive home.